Travel item number 1, a travel palm. Light, compact, cuddly as hell, and they're great for travel anxiety, fear of flying, homesickness, loneliness even. And with my discount code, you can save 30% and they're only $2,500 on Amazon. You should get one. Just kidding, guys, but let's talk travel products. I've been traveling my whole life and I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, from overpacking to waiting to the last minute to pack, to just wasting a lot of money on products that haven't served me. So I thought, why don't I put this video together to help you guys travel smoother, travel better, and show you guys the real products that have actually enhanced my traveling experiences. Let's do it. So I want to start off, guys, by talking about containers that just make life easier. First off, we have the Matador here. This is actually a backpack that you can put into this other bag that makes it this big. So again, very small, 28-liter backpack, great for hiking, for weekend trips, for day trips. Voila. It has a lot of compartments. It holds everything you really need. 28 liters, like I said. And another great thing is it's great for running and hiking because you can strap it on really tight and it balances the weight out on your hips, not on your back. I personally love this bag. Here we've got no leak travel bottles. These are clutch. Unfortunately, I had to learn this the hard way, that shampoo and body wash can explode in your suitcase and get everywhere. Once this happened, I went on Amazon and I found this brand called Amax. I just want to show you guys up close. There's a double protective seal here. So here you have one protection and then through here, another one. So these won't leak. These are also really fun to squeeze. They got a little thumb thing, so it's nice and comfortable. And they actually put out the perfect amount of shampoo and body wash that you need for each individual usage. Clutch. Next up, I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but I can't tell you how important these are. These are packing cubes. There's a ton of brands online. I went with the Amazon Basics. It's very cheap. I use them for a lot of different things. These are good sizes for like my boxer briefs. I like this long one for my socks. I can fit quite a few socks in here. And then I usually get a big one where I put multiple small ones in. Don't forget to use these. These are a lifesaver. All right, next up, guys, we got shoe bags. And these are super practical if you've gotten like dirt or mud on your shoes and you don't want that to get on anything in your suitcase. These have these great holders. You can hang them like this. They're also really easy to fold in half if you want to make more space. I actually am able to fit 2 pairs of shoes in these and maximize space. So I love these. These are from Mislow. I got these off Amazon. Again, everything will be linked below. This is a reusable storage bag that you can use for food, sandwiches, stuff like that, that you can actually cook in. It's dishwasher safe. You can put it in the microwave and cook food in. I pretty much take this on every flight I go on, and it's always good to save plastic and help the environment. Moving on to Go Tubs. Now these are kind of funky containers. They're very small and compact. You just squeeze them and they open. Great for like snacks if you want like nuts on the plane, or pills and tablets you need to take, or even like coins. I've used it for coins as well when traveling. So these are great. I usually only travel with 2 or 3 of them, but they've helped me a lot. Next up, we have a quick dry towel. These are also very common for many travelers. We usually travel with 2 or sometimes 3 of them. They have this really nice material that dries in minutes, literally. It's super practical. Can't stress getting one of these enough. It's also a great gift. Next, we have the Kipsta 60-liter duffel bag. So why do we have a duffel bag as well? Again, for weekend trips, for 2-3 days only. We can just move our stuff from our suitcase to this. Again, it packs really nicely. You can just make it this small and it opens up. It'll take me a second. Into 60-liter duffel. Love this thing. And it's cheap too. So this might sound like a no-brainer, guys, but everyone could use an ultra light down jacket that packs very small. This one I got from Uniqlo in Japan for maybe around 50 bucks. Again, it doesn't matter so much which brands you go with, just something that's small, compact, that'll keep you warm. And if it's also water resistant, that's pretty sweet too. Moving on now to a money belt that's also RFID blocker, right? These are great when traveling to countries where you're more likely to get pickpocketed, you're more likely for petty crimes and theft to happen. So you just put it on your waist like this, and yeah, put your passports in it, put your money in it. People can't steal your information either. That's why it's an RFID blocker. They're pretty cheap as well, but this is my favorite brand, Peak Gear. They do the best job, and you don't really notice them on your body, so they're pretty comfortable. When I first started traveling, guys, I used to carry my passport like in my jacket pocket or my pant pocket, and when needing to pull it out, I'd always be looking for it, so it wasn't really practical that way. And so I did find this thing that carries my passport and just my most important information in a very compact pen in the middle, which is really cool when filling out, you know, your custom papers and things like that, and which you have to declare. And I usually just have a credit card and an ID as well. So again, these are it's by Zero Grid. I've only used it twice, but I love it so far. So this next recommendation may sound a bit strange, but this is actually a gut bacteria test by Viome. Why is this important? Well, Olivia and I have traveled to many third world countries like Cambodia, like Morocco, and you know, sometimes you eat street food, sometimes you eat food, and months later you experience some gut issues, maybe some bloating, some pain. I did on occasion experience that, and so I wanted to know what kind of bacteria I had in my gut, and I looked up online the best companies, and Viome was at the top of the list. So if you are experiencing that post-travel, check out Viome. And while I was experiencing those gut issues, I also made sure to take a probiotic for my gut called Trust Your Gut. This is the best one we found on the market. I'm gonna be honest here, Olivia did most of the research on this one, but since taking it, I have felt better. So it's worked for me, hopefully it'll work for you. Trust your gut. And another obvious one, guys, for when you're on planes is an eye mask. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit that I wear my eye mask on planes. You know, I might look a little goofy, but it is a lifesaver, especially when the guy next to you has got the window seat and is not willing to shut his window. This will save your life. Sleep is the most important thing. All right, guys, these are my favorite boxer briefs when traveling for men. Ex Officio. I get these off Amazon. They crap on any other brand I've ever used in my entire life. This is the real deal, y'all. I play sports in this, I exercise in this. They dry really fast, and they're antibacterial as well, so highly recommend these. And when I'm on the move, guys, and when I'm traveling, I only have one pair of pants that I recommend to all you dudes out there, the ABC pants by Lululemon. I have them in 3 colors. They're so comfortable, they're so lightweight, you can freaking run in them, you can go to a trampoline park in them. They're a little bit pricey, they're over $100, but they're so worth it. I've had them for years, they don't fall apart, they're made out of a really nice material that's breathable as well. You know, when I'm sitting on an airplane for 10 hours, this is the pants I wanna wear, and you should too. This is another great recommendation for all the men out there. This is for grooming your body. If you are a particularly hairy person and you want to manscape, this is by far the best personal grooming product that I have found. I'm not personally that hairy, I'm half Asian, so I can thank my mom for that, but I do like to keep it clean. This is also like 60 bucks, so nothing too expensive. Super lightweight, very practical for traveling, very sleek design. Looks like it could be part of the Apple family, but it's not, it's Panasonic. Also Pomeranian friendly. What? This next one's a great tip for videographers or photographers out there that have to work with hard drives and dongles on the regular. It's actually Velcro. Now you might laugh at that. Why am I using Velcro? And this container comes with both the adhesive and the thing like that. It maximizes space and it makes things practical when traveling. This is what I do, is I put it on my laptop, just like that. So if I'm on a plane and I don't want to take up that much space, it just keeps everything together and you're not having to worry about anything falling on the ground. And you just can't use any Velcro. This is a high quality Velcro that holds up to 10 pounds. The hard drive and the dongle, they ain't going nowhere. Once it's stuck on there good. I feel very safe and confident using these, and they're not that expensive either. And what is a dongle, guys? A dongle is a small device that connects to your computer that offers more inputs. I have a new Mac, but I still need, you know, to have an SD card, HDMI, maybe some extra USBs as well. It's really compact, really easy. We also, even for our drone, we put the little chip inside here, the TF, and this is by MOKiN. For those of you guys that spend a lot of time on your computers, whether you're researching, editing, writing, whatever it is, whether it's your phone, whether it's TV, whether it's your laptop, I recommend blue light blocking glasses. These are by Henri. They're actually quite stylish. You can get them tortoiseshell or just black, very sleek, nice design. I think my IQ just went up a few points. Call me a neuroscientist now. But we love these because we are always on our computers doing a lot of editing, and The eye strain is significantly lower. We can notice it. And these are, I think, about 20 bucks. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 bucks. Not bad. While traveling, guys, of course, you need your phone to be working at all times. Battery life can sometimes die really fast if your brightness is too high or if you're accidentally left Bluetooth on, like I do sometimes. So I always have an external battery charger. This one's by Griffin. I think it's about 30 bucks. It's good for emergency scenarios as well. Always have extra battery. Here's another obvious one, travel adapters, guys, and definitely get the international, universal, worldwide ones. I see a lot of people selling adapters that are just for Europe and just for Asia, just for Africa, but I say it's the same price. Might as well go with an international one so you don't have to keep buying them. And again, guys, typically you shouldn't buy these in airports because they're way overpriced. We got these off Amazon. Always make sure they have surge protectors. That's a must. These are also great because they have USB inputs as well to charging your phones. All right, this next one is another luxury item, I would say. It is quite expensive because it is a deodorant that costs over $25. So it's very pricey, but it is the best deodorant that I've ever found. I love how it smells, and it's by one of my favorite brands in the world, Aesop. Check it out. For people that plan on going on very active trips where they're maybe hiking or camping or maybe traveling in sort of humid conditions like rainforests or the Amazon, for instance, having a really high quality dry bag is very important, especially if you're crossing rivers and basically any place you can get wet. So this is one of my favorites. It's made of the best quality, as you guys can see here. This unrolls. It's even got a small compartment for like keys and money and things like that. And it's actually very spacious, as you can see. A lot of room. Those of you guys who might not have a water sack for your backpack or a bladder, I recommend getting this platypus one, which obviously it has no weight, so it's just the water, and it pretty much can slide into any compartment. I'll sometimes put this into my laptop compartment if I'm going on a hike and using that backpack. Very practical. Here's another light thing that helps when doing laundry. A lot of times we travel to countries that don't have dryers, and sometimes they don't even have racks to hang our clothes. So I found this little thing online. It's just basically a stretchy cord where you can, with suction cups on each side, that you can stick to windows, and we've used it on multiple occasions to dry our clothes. It's very practical and it's less than $5. Why not? Now what we've got here is my own customizable first aid kit. So this is by Barbarians. I got it off Amazon, and it doesn't come with anything on the inside. So basically whatever you want, whether Band-Aids, Neosporin, any kind of medicine, you put it in yourself. What I love about it though is it's an external compartment that you could essentially attach to the outside of your backpack, which obviously saves all the inside room of your backpack for other stuff, and also leaves the option of not using it if you don't need it. So I like to attach it either at the front here, you just clip this, pop these off, and they attach to your backpack quite easily. The material is really high quality. This is, I believe this is military grade. There's a lot of cool small compartments as well, just for little stuff. This thing comes up like that. Next up, guys, I have 3 things that are a little bit more unconventional and meant for survival. First off, I got a life straw here. Life straw here has a filter built inside where you can basically drink water from any source, if it's a river, if it's a waterfall, anything like that, and it makes the water completely safe and potable to drink. Obviously, this is more for like emergency scenarios, so hopefully those don't happen, but it's always good to have on you. Here I've also got a fire starter kit, which is also for survival and emergency scenarios. This one's got a blade here to get the sparks going. You have a whistle, you have a compass. I think this one allows about 1,000 uses, 1,000 times to create sparks. So you'll be in the clear if you need a fire in an emergency scenario. And here I've also got a nice little gift for, usually for some of my friends. It's a keychain, but a keychain by Gerber. Gerber makes these cool keychains that have Phillips on them, a bottle opener, good thing for opening boxes. This is my favorite travel book of all time to recommend to first-time travelers or more experienced travelers. Either way, it's called Vagabonding by Rolf Potts. It's incredible. I couldn't recommend it more. I've read it 3 times. Get it for yourself and for a friend. Sort of an unconventional book for people that have a lot of fear when traveling. It's great for learning more about situational awareness and building confidence in foreign scenarios. This is called The Gift of Fear, also a great book. If you're going to a country that's a little bit more sketchy, read this before going. These next books that I have here are a little bit more luxurious. They're a little bit more pricey, but they're awesome, and they sort of give you the inside scoop on major cities around the world. and they're created by the Monocle Travel Guide series. This one's from Seoul. And as you guys can see here, I have a bunch of them. I have more upstairs. And yeah, these are great for people that have a little bit more spending budget when traveling, because a lot of the spots are fancier restaurants, fancier lodging, but still cool to see, you know, some of the best places to go in those cities. Coffee is a huge part of my life. I can't start my day without it. My personal way to travel and have coffee is to have a V60 here. All you need is filters, and then I have this little scooper to put in for the amount of coffee that I prefer. It does take up some room. I usually try and stuff something inside, but it makes great coffee and it's worth it to me. Those of you guys who prefer espresso-based coffee, this is a Nano Espresso by Wakako. We actually don't travel with this unless we're on like road trips and stuff, because it is a little bit on the heavy side, but it's very easy to use. You can look up how to use it online. It's practical and it's compact and it makes great espresso. This one is not a necessity unless your job revolves around looking good all the time, whether you need to wear suits or you need to wear dresses, things like that. This is a steamer. It's a traveling steamer to make sure you don't have wrinkles in your clothes. I typically don't travel with this myself, but I have used it for if you're going to a friend's wedding or something like that and you want to make sure your clothes look their best, get this online. All right, this next one might sound a little silly, but you know, when on the road, when traveling, we do try and exercise, and I always recommend bringing a jump rope because you don't need any space to do it, and it's very, very light. This one I got on Amazon for like $5. You can adjust the length, so Olivia and I can both use it. Next one's a very personal item of mine for both men and women. They are called Versa grips, and they are for training in the gym with weights. Now, this is sort of a strange item, but I would recommend it for those who are familiar with weight training, who know how to train their back, because it's for pull day primarily, and for push day if you're doing chest. It just allows your body to not compensate with secondary muscles and puts more emphasis on the primary muscle you're training. It is for advanced lifters, but this has been one of my favorite things I've used over years and years of weight training. So I've got another fun luxury item here. These are for those who like to take videos, who want their images to be, in their videos to be stable and smooth. This is a DJI Osmo Gimbal. Any smartphone can be put into this for the most part. It does make your footage look a lot better. It's not that pricey either. If you're somebody who travels regularly, I would recommend this. So as you guys know, there are a lot of lenses that exist nowadays that you can attach to your iPhones to get more width or fisheye or whatever it is. But for our wide angle, we love Moment lenses. Moment lens is the best brand we think on the market right now. It comes in a little bag like this. These don't come cheap, however, they're around 150 bucks. And this company kind of obliges you. You need a case from them as well to be able to attach this kind of lens. So the lens and the case go together. You got to get both, but it will enhance your photos by a mile. Another thing that's not a necessity, but I kind of got hooked on this trend in Sydney, Australia, is a reusable cup. If you bring coffees from home, you can take this with you, and it's easy to clean, and it doesn't, usually I put a pair of socks inside just to maximize space. Another cool item that we learned about while traveling is this phone holder that attaches to your car vent while driving so you can be hands-free. Simple idea, but it honestly is a lifesaver. I don't have to freaking hold my phone while I'm driving. I just look down, and it's really light, super compact, fits any smartphone, super easy. And this one is by Monocle. Another obvious one, guys, that most of you guys already have is the cord that you can plug into your phone to listen to music. Man, if you're on road trips and you're driving 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a day sometimes, you gotta have music. Don't forget this one. A lot of times you can find them abroad, of course, but they're a lot more expensive. So don't forget to bring the one you already have. Here I've got a handheld luggage scale that has saved us in not going over the weight limit with airlines. As you know, they're super strict nowadays. This one's pretty light as well, which I enjoy, and it weighs in both kilos, kg, and pounds. All right, guys, that is a wrap. That is the majority of the stuff that we bring along when traveling. And again, guys, the purpose of this video was to make it easy for you guys and have all our stuff in one place with the links provided below. So, you know, whether you're shopping for yourself or for somebody else, there's a lot of travel gift ideas here as well. And I also encourage you guys to do your own research and find maybe similar products that are maybe cheaper or maybe even a bit fancier and nicer. Again, it's what suits you. At the end of the day, though, please remember to pack as light as you can and only bring the essentials. You will thank me later. Safe travels, and if you have any other recommendations of things we should add to our list, please put them in the comments below.